said, Dad, my first day on the bench, he said, I'll come down and walk. I said, good, come down. So I'm there and I am really full of myself. So this woman comes before me. She had a boot on her car. I don't know what she owed, a couple $100 in tickets, and she couldn't pay them. So I said, well, if you don't pay it, I'm not going to take the boot off the car. And she says, I just don't have the money. I don't have the money, and I have 4 kids. It's my first day on the bench. No one's going to bully me around, right? So I says, well, you owe the money, and if you don't, we're going to leave the boot on the car. She said, I don't have the money. I have to get my kids to school. So I said, I'm sorry. Continue the case. We'll give you a couple of days to come in, right? And my father's in the courtroom. After court's over, my father comes into chambers. I said to the sheriff, have my father come in chambers. I'm so happy. I said, Dad, how did it go? He said, how did it go? How could you do that? How could I do what? He said, that woman. I said, she was disrespectful. I said, she wasn't respecting the court. I said, I wasn't going to take care of her. He said, Frank, she had 4 kids. Now suppose she can't feed the kids tonight if she paid those tickets. She doesn't have a car. She can't drive them to school. What are you doing? You weren't brought up that way. My first day on the court set the tone of my judgeship of over 30 years. After that, I took everybody's personal situation into consideration in the imposition of a sentence. That case still bothers me. It still bothers me to this day when I think about it. I say to myself, how could you do that? With my upbringing and so forth. And I don't know why my first day is my case. This woman, she was insulting to begin with, but you have to overcome that.
Because she was scared.
And she was scared to death, right?
Yes.
As my father said.
Well, I think she was a gift to you because you write in this book on page 110, the lesson was that being a judge is much more about the person in front of you than it is about the law. Since then, I've always tried to find out what was really going on with the person, and I always considered how my ruling would impact not only them, but their whole family.
Right.
Like, if you really think about that...
And I did that. Those aren't only words. I did that.
Yes. Yes, you did. You did that for over 30 years. Right.